Yo, what is up? We are back with a new video. Battle Pass Season 1 coming to an end. Did you get the Super Conqueror skin and 277 skin? Well, if you missed out, Battle Pass number 2, Season 2 coming out this coming month. In this episode, we're going to cover everything about it. If you are here for the first time, consider subscribing and giving this video a like. This is the best way you can help support my channel. Also, please leave a comment below. Let Wargaming know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. They do read the comments. They do want to look for feedback. This is a replay from Dreamer 78 that I just downloaded from the internet and just to check it out. And here are the first things that you can get from the Battle Pass Season 2. The male commander, Matt Damon Kilmore, I think he's senior lead marketing from Wargaming NA, and the other one is Angela Milatova. I presume she's vice president of sales from Wargaming Europe. Of course, I'm just making that shit up, but probably some kind of staff member or something. This is the first skin that you're gonna get. It's the Czechoslovakian skin for the TVP. It's like a Mad Max remake. I don't know why they make the tanks that way, but that's the first of the skins. And of course, if you buy the Battle Pass bonus, I guess you can get the other skin, which is the Patton M48 from Mad Max Part 2. Aloha Snack Bar. I'm just making a joke there anyway. But let's take a look at these tanks. They look kind of like a bit crazy. Check out the modeling here. Of course, this is the standard TVP, and that's with the Mad Max skin. It's got shovels in the front. It's got all kinds of accessories, radios, anti-aircraft guns, all kinds of, it's even got a paddle at the back of the tank, like you're gonna go boating or something like that. But I don't know what to make of this skin. What do you think? Leave a comment. Wargaming wants to know. They do check out the comment sections. They do look at the Reddits and the portals. They do want to know what you think of these changes. But next up, I think we should take a look at the M48 pattern skin. Of course, one of these skins are going to be for free to play, and then you'll have to, just like Battle Pass Season 1, you had to add 6,500 gold or whatever to get the extended Battle Pass, to get the extra skin. Of course, you also gonna get improved equipment and or what do you call it, bond equipment, I guess. But we'll hit that in a moment. But let's get back to the game. We are watching Dreamer 78 in the standard TVP here. Without the skin, he's got the Twitch Prime from the first Twitch Prime camo from last year, I guess. And he's playing in, what's the name of this map? Studansky? Is that Studansky? No, Pilsen. This map is called Pilsen, and he's out in the open trying to do his thing here. And one of the equipments that you're gonna get from the bond equipment is the optics. The other one is the vertical stabilizer, much more useful than the first season when they gave out the gun laying drives, which I think nobody really, I don't know, I'm not saying it's useless, but it's not as useful as vertical stabilizers and optics, that's for sure. But anyway, let's carry on and have a look at some of the pictures that I have lifted off the internet. This is from the website called rykoz.info. They are a Polish website. They do a lot of leaks. They have a lot of early information coming on. This guy is going to YOLO the TVP, but he's going to pay the price for it. Fortunately, the TVP survives and he gets to live another day. Let's look at more pictures. This tank, it looks kind of wild. And imagine after season, let's say season 5 or season 6 of Battle Pass, after 5 seasons of Battle Pass, you're gonna be playing tier 10s with a bunch of tanks that have skins that look like this. If you've not seen all the upgraded skins on the, some of them look cool, some of them look plausible, but some of them look like this TVP with the quote-unquote Mad Max kind of theme. They look out of this world. If you've seen them, the 907 has the same similar kind of skin. The 907 reward skin from the previous Clan Wars. It looks like a crazy out of this world skin. I don't know if it suits the, you know what I mean, the look of the game. I don't know if it fits well, but the pattern, this is the pattern skin, 3D skin. It looks more in line of, this is kind of like plausible. Why? Because it's got barbed wire, it's got some camo net like the KPZ T50. It looks like something that's plausible. I mean, it looks like it could have existed in during the Vietnam War. This looks like it could be a real thing. But the TVP 5051, that skin doesn't look kind of realistic at all. It looks kind of space age. It looks kind of like from the movie set of Mad Max, like I was saying. So anyway, we are back in Pilsen again. Our friend here, Dreamer, has got 3.3k damage with 487. He is down 4 tanks, now he's down 3 tanks. He's trying to catch these guys crossing, and he does catch 2 of them crossing, but he manages to shoot every one of them except for that last 777 version 2. He's in a little bit of a pickle here. It's 4 of them versus 6 of them, so 4v6 situation, and he is the lead autoloader here. We have a RU-251 still surviving, but it looks like this RU-251 isn't being played by a very experienced player. In fact, he looks like he's just panicking and running around like a headless chicken. He doesn't seem to have his cool about him, but our friend here, Dreamer, is trying to message him and telling him, RU, we need vision. So the RU needs to step up and do a little bit of spotting, maybe do some active scouting, or find a bush and do some passive scouting. He does need to find out where these guys are going. This 777 is being shut down immediately. Unfortunately, he was pushing his luck a little bit too hard there. They had a substantial lead, and they could easily throw it if they are not careful with what they are doing. But here we have the T-55A here. He's being careful. He is hiding behind a pile of, I think, if I'm not mistaken, over there is a pile of Hertzes that are stacked up in this map, if I'm not mistaken. So he's kind of safe in that position. But our friend here in the TVP, he is being safe. He's going to use the bushes here. He's not going to make the first move because it's only the 3 of them, which is the RU-251, the TVP, and the T-57, which is actually doing a good job holding the zero line, making sure that nobody is going to be able to sneak up behind them. But eventually that T-57 is gonna have to move. He's gonna have to participate some way to contribute to this match if they want to win. Right now the RU-251 has been given instructions to see if he can active or passive spot, try to get a little bit of information so that they can figure out what to do to try to pull something out and try to win this game. Now the RU is doing a great job. He is being very careful, and he spotted that T-55, which is still there. He fired 1 shot on him, 273, but I don't understand why the RU did not move, and because of that he took a big hit from artillery, and he's stunned, and he's still not moved. Even if you're stunned, you can still move and run away, but unfortunately he stayed there. He even managed to type in the chat RT2. Yeah, everybody knows there's 2 RTs, but unfortunately he got himself killed for no reason because he stayed in a position in the same position for too long. Now if you look at the chat, platoon 1 created by the enemy team for a brief period of time there. The enemy is creating a dynamic platoon. Now you can do this as well if you're in a situation like this. Create a platoon with the remainder of your team, that the surviving members of your team. And what happens is when you are in a dynamic platoon and you have a voice chat on, you can actually hit the Q button and maybe share some information, share some tips, give him some instructions to tell him what to do, work together as a platoon and possibly try to win the game. So the enemy team did that. The enemy bat chat 155 platoon with the T55 so that they can communicate in the voice chat, so that they can share some information. Here's where I'm gonna go, here's where you should pre-aim and stuff like that. So kudos to the enemy team for trying to make it work. They are trying hard not to throw this game. Now I'm going to share with you some information here next on spotting, and this is a big spotting mistake that the T55A made. Our friend here in the TVP, he could have fired there, but he might not have penned because the T55A was coming up a slope. He had an amazing angle on his hull, so if the TVP shot, he could have revealed his position and not penned the T55A. So he held his shot there. And now that he sees this T55A moving to the side, he's going to try and pre-aim and see if he can catch him on the move here. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about spotting and how spotting mechanics work. You're going to see the T55A drive out here and gets himself spotted, but does not spot the TVP, which is right in front of him. This object 140, see, he got himself spotted, but he didn't spot the T55A. And why is that? That is because he stuck his nose out to try and spot, but he did not stick his nose out far enough to spot the TVP, because when you are spotting tanks, you have 7 markers on your tank. 3 of them are on your tank, on your turret, 1 in the center of your turret, and the other 2 is on your mantlet. When your tank rotates that mantlet, 1 stays in the 1 spotting position, the circled one stays there, and the other spotting marker moves together with the turret mantlet. So you have 3 spotting markers on your mantlet. You need that to be sticking out of the corner in order to spot that TVP that was spotting you. So that was the mistake of that 140. That is why that 140 was looking away when the TVP rushed him, because he thought that the TVP was spotting him from behind. Now once again, let's take a look at the picture. There are 7 markers on this tank. Of course you cannot see the other 2 because those are the red markers that are on the side of the tank and at the back of the tank that are missing. But 3 of these markers are green. They are the 3 markers that you need to spot your enemies with. These need to have a direct line of sight with your enemy. Either the turret marker that is in the middle of the tank on top of your turret, or the marker on your gun mantlet. Whether your gun mantlet is turning or it is facing the front, it is the same thing. There is always 3 markers on your turret. So remember that. Use that turret markers to spot your enemies, not use your hull to spot your enemies, because the hull, only your enemies can the markers are there for your enemies to spot you, those markers that are on your hull. Remember that. When you want to spot your enemies, only those 3 markers on your turret count. So hope you learned a good lesson about spotting there. But this is the end of the game. Our friend here is doing, by killing this E75, he's going to do 6,000 plus damage. He unloaded there but didn't pen 1, I think. So he's just going to fully clip out. 16 seconds left on the clock. He could take one more hit here, no problem, because he still has 500 plus HP. The E75 cannot kill him off with one shot unless he got a fire or something, but in the end finishes him off with 6,750 damage with 487 spotting damage. This was an ace tanker for Dreamers78. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.